Alright, first off, myself praises to Yahweh Bashem Yashai, Bashem Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of James and all your brothers and the Ivies and the Bibles in the work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. Master Shalom. Alright, this is your brother Awar with another video. Right, but this video is in regards to the our current situation right now in Jamaica amidst the pandemic, the crisis that is facing our country right now. But in the midst of that crisis, in the midst of this pandemic, right, the leaders of our people are rolling in the agenda, right? In the midst of this crisis, we are being the government is doing something behind the scene. Well, what the government is doing behind the scene is not that of the government, but of that of the elite, right? Hey, the other day, Andrew Holness, our Prime Minister now said, never let a good crisis go to waste, right? And that quote was quoted by Rahm Emanuel, right? He was a former White House Chief of Staff and former Chicago Mayor. Him said, never let a good crisis go to waste, right? Now, in the midst of this crisis, our government is planning to roll out the national ID, which is the agenda of the Inter-American Development Bank, because they are one of the main funder of this ID, right? So I'm gonna play a video, right, with them promoting the ID, right? Because these people are leading our people to stray, right? These governments are set up as pawn to lead our people astray, right? So let me just go into the video.
Mr. Speaker, when it comes now to being able to effect, for example, a curfew, with the police being now asked to enforce, and this is a different kind of enforcement, the police, in doing their enforcement, will need to be able to verify a person's identity in order that...
Hey, I mean, nothing wrong if you get the ID now. It's the same thing as get a TR, and the only thing we're gonna have it in an ID form. We're gonna have all our ID in one. That is the purpose of the national ID. Everybody's going to get an ID. Well, it is going to have all of our biometrics, right? But we all know that the national ID is a precursor towards the RFID chip that is going to be implanted in our hands, right? What they're doing right now is information gathering. So they're going to get all of our information and put it in one place. So the transformation from the national ID to the RFID chip is silky, right? So the powers that be, not that of the Jamaican government, but the powers that be, the elite, right? The international bankers, the men that run the world right now, the wicked that run the world right now, right? This is their plan. I think it named ID 2030, right? This is not of Jamaican government.
Where exemptions are made, those exemptions are appropriately allowed. But the greater our ability, Mr. Speaker, to identify our citizens, then it is much easier for the application of public policy for public good.
Alright, so that advertisement is what they're pushing right now. Hey, the elite of our society, right? The elite, the men that run the world right now, they believe in order out of chaos. Now the chaos right now is this so-called pandemic that have everybody all panicky, everybody up and down thinking that they're going to die by a so-called mystery virus, yeah? Right? Now the solution is this national ID. Right? As what the Prime Minister is saying. They need to shut down our citizens, keep tabs on them so they know where everybody is. So what they're going to use to do that? The national ID. Right? But we all know, as I said before, that the national ID, it is just there with the information ready to easily transfer to the RFID microchip. Now when you accept that RFID microchip, that's when everything is out for you, yeah? There is no coming back. Hey, nothing is wrong to get the national ID now, but we know the reason and the purpose for the national ID. Right? And the elite, they are using our people, the leaders of our people, to lead us into a ditch, to lead most of you people to 2/3. The scripture says 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. So they are set up to lead off 2/3 into a ditch. Yeah? Alright? Yeah, so let me go into the scripture to hear what the scripture say about these wicked leaders here. Because the scripture says, just paraphrasing, among my people are found wicked men. And the leaders of our people, the prime minister, the members of parliament, they are wicked men yet. Because what they are doing now is not for our benefit or for our own good. This is for the good of the elite. Alright? So the first scripture I go to is Isaiah 9 verse 16. It said, for the leaders of this people cause them to err. Right? Because after the national ID, right, what is going to come next? The RFID microchip. Just the same like how they wanted to have us get this national ID. It's the same way they're going to get us to take that RFID chip, yeah? Right? Because this initiative is not of the Jamaican government. This initiative is of the elite. The one world government that is being set up. The new world order. Right? Let me read this again. So for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Hey, we are not being led. The men of the Lord are not being led of these men, yeah? Because we know. We know everything what was set up here. Why? Because we've been watching. Because we have the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? Hey, we was blind like you people, like 2/3 of our people. We was doing our own thing, smoking weed, right? Sleeping with another man, woman, right? Committing all sort of fornication. It was in the same boat until the Most High take us up and wash us off and show us the right party. Right? We don't do this of ourselves, we don't do this of our own. Right? Alright, next scripture I'm go to real quick. Because I'm really draw the breakdown here. Is Matthew 15 and 14. Matthew 15 verse 14. It said, let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. And that is exactly what is happening right now. Right? Our blind leaders, because them don't really understand fully what is going on in the world as it pertaining to the national ID, the RFID chip, the one world government. Right? They don't have a clue about that. Right? This is the plan of the elite. We know because we've been watching and because we've been keeping tabs here on what is going on in the world. And we have the full understanding and knowledge of the scripture. Because the scripture tells us what? Hey, these things must come to pass. Right? So they are blind to what is coming in the future. And they are blind to what is happening now. Right? The scripture said in Proverbs that if the leaders of the people don't have any vision, the people are going to perish. Our leaders don't have any vision. The vision that they have now or what they are doing now is not of themselves. It is of the elite. This is the vision of the elite, the United Nations, NATO, right? The Illuminati, and the one world government. That is the goal that they're following right now, not of themselves. Right? So guess what? Both the leaders and the people who follow the leaders, they're going to fall into a ditch. Right? But not us. We are supposed to, the Most High deliver us, the Most High take us out of the darkness that was in and give us the light and show us it. So we have sight so we can see. Right? So we are different from 2/3 of you people here. Alright, next scripture is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? So we are not ignorant of Satan's devices yet. We know exactly what the national ID is about, and we know exactly what the RFID chip is about, yeah? And we know exactly the plans and the goals of the elite. Hence, we are not going to accept the RFID chip when it come out. We know exactly what we're supposed to do, and that is to hold firm at this faith, yeah? Hold firm and strong of the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? We're not going to act like we're fools and accept the chip for a piece of bread. The Most High say how his children are going to eat. Right? Even though the scripture said if you shall not buy or sell if you don't have the mark. So we're not going to have no food, we're going to do without that. But guess what? We have faith in the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that we're going to be delivered in that day. Right? Alright, next scripture is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. It said, But brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the light nor of darkness. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others. Because, hey, what others are doing right now? Others are asleep. Right? Because the watchman now watch. So the watchman now warn them. The watchman of these people supposed to be what? The politicians, yeah? The pastors. Them now watch. Them do them own thing. Hey, back in the medieval time or back in the days, right? When you used to have a society, when man used to go to war, man used to invade other men village, you used to have man set up another watchtower watch. So when time the enemy come, them sound the alarm. So the people get ready, prepare, and make themselves ready for battle. Right? But what gonna happen if you don't have a watchman and the enemy come? They might go overtake you and overthrow you real quick. Right? So we are the watchmen, we get set up and we've been blowing the trumpet day, week in, week out on the bank corner, yeah? And the highways and the byways right across the world. But guess what? You people despise us. Right? Hence, the day is going to overtake you like a thief. Just like the weatherman. Him tell you when a hurricane come. Hey, can you imagine if there was no weatherman to report any form of weather, any form of disaster that is pending, and you're not prepared the downtown like a regular day, and then hurricane come and just lift you away? Take your life just like that, yeah? Right? Hey, our people don't have a watchman yet. The watchman that you have, hey, you don't want to make use of that watchman yet. You despise that watchman. Hence, this day is going to catch you like a thief in the night. It said, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Right? So that's how we are doing right now. We are watch and we are be sober. Yeah? When I get caught up in this pandemic, this so-called pandemic, then we are watch and we are be sober. We are prepare ourselves. We are prepare mind mentally. for the destruction that is coming upon our people here. We are preparing our mind for the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? So, hope this video was edifying to the listeners, and the hopeful elect. Just hold firm and stand strong at this time, because we're in some serious times right now. We're in glorious times. Right? We're in times of prophecies. Right? So just hold the faith, keep firm. So with that, myself, praises to Yahweh Bashim Yoshai Bashim Rakah Kodash, the blessings to the apostles of GMS and all your brothers in the highways and the byways doing the work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.